try to take as much as possible out of it. It's not just studies, it's a full-fledged experience that you can and should enjoy.
Our part-time classes happen only once per month. That's why some of the students, they're coming from abroad to visit our classes. And this is something that is happening to you, right?
Yes, I am based in Switzerland, but due to the nature of my job, I do travel a lot, and I do combine the business trips for work and traveling to Switzerland for my studies. Right now I'm based in Arbon, Thurgau. Very often I come to classes from other countries. Very often from Africa, but also these days Latin America and also North America.
And what was your, the longest time of commuting to come to university?
Not so long ago, I did travel to New York to our office for a training. And after that, I traveled to a professional exhibition in Brazil. I even had to commute from Africa. And after that, I went to St. Gallen for the module. So I think overall, the traveling time, if you combine, that would come up to roughly about 2 days.
Were there any times that you had to come to classes, but not to the office, and you flew just to attend the classes?
Yes, sometimes traveling takes about 15, 17 hours to get to St. Gallen or Zurich for the classes. I always try to combine work and studies. I try to use this time wisely, so I always try to fit in work before classes, in the breaks and after classes. Otherwise, I feel like I'm gonna be lagging behind, and in this dynamic world, it's very different to catch up.
Were there any times that you couldn't attend classes because of the traveling or family reasons and you missed some classes?
Yes, there was once that I did not manage to come to the class. I had a business trip and I was involved in one of the board meetings, which could not be rescheduled. Thus, I had to request from the HSG team to find a solution. And the HSG team was very helpful. They did offer a solution where even though I skipped the module, I could do it next year. And luckily, I did have a chance to complete the module next year, and I didn't have to postpone my graduation because of that.
To have a family, studies at MBA program, and also travel around the world, have a lot of responsibilities at work. How do you do that?
To be honest, that's not an easy task. Reality is that you need to be prepared for trade-offs. You do need to sacrifice somewhere. Not ideal. That's why I would advise to think about it, whether you can cope with that. In my case, I have a very supporting family and I am very grateful. I think without that support, what I'm doing now would not be possible.
How do you like to study at the University of St. Gallen? It's going to be the graduation soon for you, right? After the electives finish.
There are 2 more electives that I need to take, and probably the most challenging part, writing a thesis. The 2 years at the university were a very interesting experience. I had to get out of my comfort zone. It's been over 10 years since I graduated from the university where I did my master's. I kind of got into this comfort zone where you work, you do what you like, and then when you go into university again and do the studies, you kind of feel the pressure, and that is something that I think is quite helpful as an experience that helps you to think about yourself and even think about how you can improve, where the weaknesses are. So from that perspective, I really liked this time at the university.
To our new applicants, to full-time and part-time students, what could you advise them? Because they have a lot of doubts at the moment about commuting, how can they manage job, family and studies.
First of all, I think if you're nervous about accepting this challenge, don't be. You get a lot of support. There's a great team behind this program that can not only help you on the professional grounds or educational grounds, but also in your personal life. They will be there every time you need them. So that would be number 1. Number 2 is try to enjoy this time. It's of course an education, but I would say it's a lot more than just studies. You meet great people, your peers, you have a chance to connect with a lot of professionals. The University of St. Gallen also offers you a variety of options of meeting industry experts, visiting different locations, and even participate in various competitions. So try to take as much as possible out of it. It's not just studies, it's a full-fledged experience that you can and should enjoy.
Well, thank you so much for this interview. I'm so inspired already with all your commuting and managing managing to cope with the family, with the job, with travelings and studies, and do it all at once for these 2 years. I think it was a great challenge for you, right?
It was, and it still is. Like I said, I need to work on my thesis, so there's still a lot of work to do.
Then I wish you good luck with your thesis, with your electives, and I'm sure it's going to be a very joyful time when you will graduate and get your diploma. So I wish you all the best afterwards and apply your MBA studies to your work.
Thank you.